Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Good afternoon, assalamu alaikum, and welcome to Sports Extra. I'm your host Ahmed Dawaz with the latest roundup of sports today. It's match day once again. Afghanistan won the toss against Pakistan in the second one-day international at the Rajapaksa Stadium in Hambantota and decided to bat first. They had no hesitation, made two changes into the side. Pakistan going with an unchanged side, and so far Afghanistan is all guns blazing. They've got a solid partnership between Ibrahim Zadran and of course Rahmanullah Gurbaz, who have been brilliant. The intent, the way they've calculated their innings, they've structured it brilliantly. You know, on odd occasions they've tried the aggressive shots whenever needed. There's been a sweep shot, but I'll be very honest, they've played the ball on merit today. They've shown how on these wickets you need to spend time at the crease. Their defense was brilliant. They targeted the ball when it was needed. A very, very calculated approach, and I got to give them credit. This is the same side that was 59 all out in the first one international when Pakistan won by 142 runs. Now, these are live images on your screens. We'll take you there to Sri Lanka, courtesy of PTV Sports. You can see it live now on your screens. If we can have it on full screen, then we can probably tell you that Rahmanullah Gurbaz is just a run away now from scoring his 100. He's done that before as well. This is a young guy who's played under 30 matches but has an average of 48 runs and brilliant. I mean, a number of 50s and 100s scored by him, the number of runs he scored. So brilliant by Rahmanullah Gurbaz. You've got to applaud everything you can about this youngster because he has been absolutely superb. He's just now moments away, and this delivery could probably do it if there's no commentator's curse and he wants a single but denied. So we'll discuss about this in detail, and of course Pakistan chances, because so far they've not been able to rattle the opposition as far as creating a breakthrough is concerned. Then of course we move on to the International Cricket Council, which has unveiled the warm-up fixtures for the World Cup. Pakistan is facing New Zealand in the warm-up match to be held on the 29th of September. So we'll talk about that in detail. Then, of course, we move on to the Asian Games 2023, where the Pakistan Shaheen squad has been announced that would be led by Qasim Akram as the captain. This squad will, of course, represent Pakistan in the Asian Games. A lot of experience in this side as well, and a lot of youth at the same time. So this Shaheen squad is a blend of both to try to win a gold medal for Pakistan in the Asian Games. Then, of course, we move on to the IBSA World Games, where Pakistan blind cricket team beat Australia. They've qualified for the final. They've been convincing throughout the tournament. So we'll discuss all about this in detail. Time now to introduce the guests. First of all, in studios, we've been joined by cricket commentator, broadcaster, presenter, and our cricket expert, Asif Ahmed. Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
I'm fine, Ahmed. Walaikum assalam. How about yourself?
I'm very well as well. We've also been joined by cricket commentator and expert Kashif Shabir. Assalamu alaikum, how are you?
Walaikum assalam.
Great to have you on the show,
Thank
Kashif.
you very much.
Now let's take you back to live action once again. It's been brilliant from Rahmanullah Gurbaz. He has completed his century, 23 matches, 897 runs at an average of 42.71, 250s and 500s in this cause. What a campaigner. I mean, if you just look at the structured approach, he was solid in the first match as well, but he got an unplayable delivery from Haris Rauf. He has been very comfortable on the wicket as well. So Asif, I'll give you the word here because this is remarkable from Afghanistan.
Yeah, look at their jubilation, look at their celebration, and of course they deserve the way they are playing. And if you talk about his career, this is his third century, of course. And to be very honest, that I met his brother, Masood Gurbaz. And when you talk about their family, their legacy, they always love and they're always passionate about cricket. You were talking about his technique. He technically is so sound, technically is so perfect. His stance, look at his stance, the play with the straight bat. And as you referred towards the last match, that what happened to him, that was almost an unplayable delivery against Haris Rauf. So they've started really well. You were talking about Ibrahim Zadran. If you see his record, he is averaging 54 in just under 30 matches. What does it mean? That they have plenty of talent in the batting as well. And now they're showcasing their talent. They're telling to the rest of the world that yes, we could do something special.
Yep.
And they have done something special with the ball, and now this is the time with the bat. So we'll definitely talk about next what Pakistan bowling is doing. But right now is the moment to talk about the batting of the classic batting of Afghanistan.
Well, Kashif, you'd like to add to the discussion, because I remember me and you doing a post-match at a platform where we discussed them 59 all out, all that inexperience, and they had just one day in between. You got to applaud the homework by the team management, whatever message was given, and they won the toss. They were lucky on that side. But the way they've constructed their innings on a wicket, which they've understood very well, you got to applaud Afghanistan.
Absolutely, there's no doubt about it, Ahmed. And what a sea change in the overall performance of Afghanistan. This is the same team which was knocked out by Pakistan on 59, but now look at the performance that they are showing. And the maturity with which both the batsmen they are playing, it is absolutely remarkable. I think this difference is only because of the leagues that they all have been playing into, and the comfort zone or the experience that they are getting it from those leagues. I think they are utilizing that experience in this inning. Secondly, I think the credit should be given to the overall management of Afghanistan, because they are the ones who have inculcated this kind of experience in all the batters of Afghanistan. Credit should be given to Rahmanullah Gurbaz, because he is the one who is steering the innings of Afghanistan. He has been very, very calculative. He has been very, very careful against all the pace attacks of Pakistan pacers, especially against Shaheen Shah Afridi, Haris Rauf. And you clearly mentioned that he has been very, very careful in all the strokes that he has been playing throughout the innings. He has surpassed 100. I'm sure he's going to go a long way. But Pakistan has to be very careful against these Afghanis, because their main weapon is their spin attack, and Pakistan is somewhere not very confident against the spin attack. So I think it is going to be a very difficult encounter against Afghanistan for Pakistan.
Absolutely. Talk about confidence. Rahmanullah Gurbaz scoring 100, and automatically confidence and momentum is shifted to Ibrahim Zadran. Asif, he's just hit a 6-over deep fine leg with that brilliant shot using his wrist. And let's be honest, the fast bowlers have been touched down the leg side today.
Oh, well, I mean, that was a poor delivery from Naseem Shah, if you talk about specifically, because that he's so strong in this region when he plays with the horizontal bat. And I'm quite sure that the Pakistani fast bowlers, they should be learning that how to bowl, especially when a player who already scored 100, just try to bowl outside the off-stump deliveries, try to hit in the block hole area. And if you're not hitting there, then the batters like Gurbaz and Zadran, they're well settled there. They have spent plenty of time there, and after playing 30 overs, you should get some confidence. But I think the Pakistani, the fast bowlers and the spinners, they're not thinking out of the box, just trying to do for some experience. And that kind of deliveries which Naseem Shah bowled earlier, I think that was piece of cake, and that was a gift for the batters. Just a hit anywhere out of the park, and this is what Gurbaz has done. Gurbaz got the ability, that when he's playing with the straight bat, he's so good with this technique. And when he goes and when he tries to accelerate, I think that he's brilliant. You can see his record, you can see his strike rate, his average, you can see his sixes in ODIs, his boundaries. Each and everything is remarkable. So I think that Pakistani bowlers today, they look a bit nervous. I don't know why. They're just, their body language is not up to the mark, and they're not utilizing their experience. Pakistan is an experienced side, and Afghanistan is, they're just youngsters, and they are, they haven't played plenty of ODI cricket. But even then, they've learned with their mistakes. And as the skipper said in the previous match, that we didn't play on the merit. This time, they're showing, yes, this is the merit here.
Well, it's a tricky phase now, Kashif, isn't it? Because now you'll be facing a very deadly spin attack, and that too in the second innings. One of the reasons why Afghanistan was 59 all out, because in the second innings the wicket got even more difficult, and it's going to happen this time around because it's a similar wicket, similar dry patches over there as well, and against Mujib, Rashid and Nabi, it might be trouble for Pakistani batters.
Well, Ahmed, if you honestly ask me, I think there won't be a drastic change in the wicket. Wicket is going to behave the same way. But it is how you take those spinners, how you take their attack on themselves. Because Pakistani batters, they have to be very careful against the spinners, because that is a lethal attack the Afghanis have. But if Pakistan can play with a pure batting style, if they can be very careful against the spinners, if they can keep the scoreboard ticking, I'm sure they can manage to overcome the whatever the score is given to them. But the first task on the hand of Pakistani bowlers is to restrict the Afghanis to a limited total. If they surpass 300, it is going to be very difficult for Pakistan. But remember, Ahmed, after the first match, we were discussing the same thing for Pakistan, that Pakistan need to, check their bench strength. They need to give the opportunity to all the players that are available on the bench. But unfortunately, they are playing with the same team. They have not given any opportunity to the bench strength. Saud Shakil is available, but he is not playing. Then we've got Abdullah Shafiq. He's again available, but he's not playing. We are not trying the other options of fast ball attack that we have. We are not utilizing Nawaz that we have on the bench. So Pakistan has to utilize all the bench strength. They need to find out the best competitive 11 for them, especially when Asia Cup is coming up, the World Cup is coming up. So we need to find out which is the best 11 available for us to be utilized. So this is what Pakistan need to work on, especially the captain and the management of the Pakistani side.
Well, very wonderfully put. But Asif, right now, this would become sort of a difficult task, because what we saw is that even today in the initial overs, in the very first over even, the ball was keeping quite low. There was odd bounce at instances when they were trying to bang the ball hard. It was carrying to the keeper. But as it deteriorates, as the sun goes down, it would be a very difficult phase for Pakistan. So now all the onus is going to be on the batting.
Yeah, we'll see. Aren't you missing some quick Yorkers? Yes, we are missing, of course, that, especially from, space battery like Shaheen Shah Afridi. We always talk about his couple of good overs, early on, that his in-swinging deliveries and some Yorkers from the Haris Rauf, as he has done in the previous match, some, leg cutters. The leg cutters, they always help.
We have 193 not out, 36.2 overs. They still have enough overs up there, Steve. They've got 13.4.
Short pitch delivery, he's putting it on the corner, giving another 4 runs for the batter. You see, this is where the captaincy is under test. You need to think out of box now. You need to bring some bowler who can take the wicket. For example, he can try Salman Agha at this point in time. You see, this is where I said that we need to have a left-handed bowler in the shape of Mohammad Nawaz, or we can have other options available.
But the fact is, Kashif, if it was up to me, when I saw that fast bowling wasn't working, I had 3 primary spinners. I give them their 30 overs.
We are going to play against all these teams. We are going to play against India as well on the same kind of trough. So Pakistan has to think about it.
It's Kudrat ka nizam, it's nothing else.
No, it is not Kudrat ka nizam. It is bad management. It is bad thinking on the part of captain.
But look at the sensible approach. He's just hit 4 boundaries in this over. He's just taken a single because it was a good enough delivery. Asif, you'd like to add something?
Yes, I wanted to talk about this elegance. Why you're not talking about the elegance of the batting of Gurbaz? That either you're bowling a Yorker, he's hitting over the mid-wicket, you're bowling a short pitch delivery, he's trying to hit you towards square leg area. If there was a slow delivery, just went for a cheeky cut shot. So I think that you should talk about the brilliance of the batting of Rahmanullah Gurbaz as well. And that was the missing in the last match. Why I was worried that we didn't make good runs. See, if the same thing happened in the last match, the result could have changed.
But aren't you happy today you've got all the time in the world to chase a target down? Your batters are going to be tested.
Our batters they are already in hot water, dear. So most of the responsibility once again on Imam, Babar Azam and Rizwan, 3 batters. I'm telling
Mr. Virtual's arrived. Director Pakistan Cricket Board, of course, of the cricket team, Mickey Arthur has arrived and joined the team today.
Seriously, this is once again funny for me that your head coach, he's not with the team, and he is just he's just with you for next couple of days, because he'll be leaving after the India's match. So I think that your head coach is not there. You're just with the rest of the management, and then you are expecting something extraordinary from your team. Hilarious. Sorry.
No, but Pakistan need to learn quick, because we need to find out what our mistakes are. Is it because of the captaincy? Is it because of the lack of changes that we have not done in the team, or what is the main reason? Are we relying mostly on the pace attack? We are not focusing on swing or seam, and we are just relying on our pace. We think that the pace can do everything, but pace cannot do wonders here, especially on the wickets like this. Remember, this is where we are going to play the Asia Cup as well, and these are the same teams we are going to play against.
Well, the trick, like Asif mentioned, has got to be take pace out of the equation. They just sneakered another run over here. This is embarrassing. They've taken a double out of your own hands. So like I said, Asif, the key has to be to take pace off the ball rather than give the ball pace.
Yeah, that's right. You should keep changing your length, keep changing your line. And if you see that the desperation, Babar looks disappointed, and of course they're looking desperately to break down this partnership. But Usama Mir, we always talk about his bowling. He's bowling his 6th over, and as Kashif was saying that why we're not using Salman Agha. See that we have already used 6, 7 bowlers. If Takhar bowled there, we always talk about that he's an off spinner batter, and we could use him as an all-rounder. But Usama Mir is a specialist spinner. We're giving him chances. There is no need to go for the Nawaz, because you know that this is the bilateral series. Because Afghanistan got the spinners like Rashid Khan, Mujibur Rahman. They are top-notch spinners and really, really dangerous. And that's why we are curious that if they're touching 260, that 270, that would be really difficult for Pakistani batters. They won't be able to chase that.
Well, certainly, and I've got to include this at this moment. I've just received a very important message from someone who is known as Mr. Sabir Kalodo. He's saying Fakhar Zaman will chase the target tonight. Yes, Asif. So thank you very much, Sabir, for joining us in the program and telling us that Fakhr is going to chase the target tonight. I'm sure you're confident, but what does Asif have?
I want him to record a video message, because you can delete this tweet as well, or this message, because I'm sure that Fakhar Zaman, he's a hairy-fairy batter, and you know, sometimes he could hit, sometimes he couldn't. So most of the responsibilities, as I said before, 3 batters, that is Rizwan, Babar Azam and Imamul Haq. Rest, I'm not sure.
Kashif bhai, I call it the curious case of Fakhar Zaman. So what do you have to say about it?
I think Fakhar Zaman has the ability, and if he can survive the first 5-6 overs, I think he can go a long way.
But there is
Remember,
a big
he's the
if,
one.
yeah?
Remember, he's the one who scored 200 runs against Zimbabwe as well.
Yes,
So he
yes.
has the ability. There's no doubt about it. But I think the anchor role has to come from either Imamul Haq or Babar Azam. And down the line, it is going to be Salman Agha who can, you know, act as an anchor for Pakistan. If the score is more than 300, which are on the cards, and if they, you know, make around 320, 330, then I think someone has to play that anchor role. And around that anchor role, the whole team is going to revolve. But the problem is that along with, you know, anchoring the team, Pakistan has to score a bit fast, because they will be requiring a run rate of around 6.5. So for that, you need to, you know, bat a bit fast. You need to improvise. You need to increase your batting ability. You know, we were talking about the pace. Pace is required, but variation is very important. You need to keep the batter think about the ball, what the next ball is coming about. Pakistan has not been focusing on the variation. They have been focusing only on the pace, not on the seam, not on the swing, not on the variation. I think that is where the problem was. Secondly, there has not been a quick change in the bowling. You need, for example, if you give a quick 2-3 overs to a bowler, then bring the other bowler, so the batsman keep on thinking about the next variety, the next variation, so that the score can be curtailed. But this has not been done by the captain.
Well, Sabir has sent a message for you, Asif. He's saying that Asif will never be happy with Fakhar Zaman.
No, of course that if he's not playing well for Pakistan, how could I become happy? It's really simple. And if we talk about the pace battery, Haris Rauf, this is the problem, Kashif bhai and Ahmed, that Haris Rauf in one match, he looks really confident, he looks so good. But the other match, he shows the other face. And today he bowled 7 overs, 48 runs. He
Conceded
has
so far.
conceded. Yeah. So still 3 overs remaining. This is the huge concern for me, that because you know that if you're going towards Asia Cup and World Cup, if you're coming up with the same confidence or with the same performances, you can't go beyond the wall. This is the really, really important thing for me, and a huge concern that I don't think so that the Pakistani tank or the management, they're working on it or not, because now we got Albi Mokal is there with the Pakistan cricket team being a fast bowler coach.
Moni Mokal.
Moni Mokal,
Yes,
I beg
Moni
your pardon. Yeah, Moni Mokal. So Moni Mokal is there. But if he's working with Haris Rauf, because Haris Rauf always learns from Aqib Javed, and Aqib Javed, he always puts pressure on Haris Rauf, just generate your pace. The pace doesn't work all the time, as we have seen today.
Absolutely, gentlemen, it is the case. But right now, we'll go towards a short break. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Sports Extra. We're discussing Pakistan taking on Afghanistan in the second one-day international, coming to you at the Rajapaksa Stadium at Hambantota on PTV Sports. It is live, uninterrupted. We'll keep you updated with the action and also show you live images from the ground itself as well of this game, which is the second one international. Remember, Pakistan won the first one international by 142 runs. Afghanistan was out 59 all out, but it's right now Osama Mir who continues, and Afghanistan so far are cruising. Rahmanullah Gurbaz not out on 130 and Ibrahim Zadaran not out on 80. Osama Mir into his seventh over. He's given 35 runs so far. There's been no chance of a wicket, and I don't know whether there will be chance of a wicket, but there needs to be a plan B, Kashif, as you also mentioned, that then you need to choke them for runs.
Absolutely. The first target now is to stop them. Don't allow them to cross at least 300 or 320. And the coach. I hope there are plenty of brains sitting in the bench who can give this idea, this suggestion to the team. Now, the focus is going to be on the batting of Imamul Haq and Babar Azam. These are the two key players for Pakistan. But I think if Fakhr can take the lead, if he can give us quick 50-60 runs, which Asif does not agree, I think it is going to be very, very crucial, very important for Pakistan. Then the later order batsmen, they can take it on from there.
But what's it totally you're comfortable with? What's it?
So I think that now Pakistan got a wicket here, but I think it's too late, just 10 overs remaining, and you know that the Afghani batters, they are specialists for the last 10 overs. And if Naseem Shah is coming up with the proper Yorkers, and I think he has bowled 7 overs or 6 overs, still 4 overs remaining, and then I'm not sure that why Babar Azam didn't bring Salman Ali Agha so far, because he's a very good wicket taker, and in crucial time he could take wicket for you. But once again, Babar Azam isn't thinking out of the box, because both of the batters, they were right-handed batters. Well, so I think that was the only thing.
I think they can't think out, because everything in the box right now is boundaries. So they're unable to think outside the box. But this is a moment, Kashif, that you've taken a wicket. Now maybe you can save those 40-50 runs, which might make the difference in this
40-50 run, plus you can exert extra pressure. This is absolutely the time. But if you miss this opportunity, it is going to be a big toll run for Afghanistan, and it is going to be very difficult for Pakistan. Before this wicket, I was saying 310, 320. Now I would say below 300 should be the target for Pakistan. And Pakistani bowlers have the ability, they know how to bowl at the death, and this is the time that they can show their talent. We've got Shaheen Shah Afridi, Haris Saud, Naseem Shah. If they can restrict them somewhere between 300, I think it is going to be, even Steven for Pakistan, provided Fakhr Zaman. Fakhr Zaman is the key, I tell you.
Absolutely. I don't know about any Steves, but Mickey Arthur's there, so might make a difference. But Asif, let's be confident. Let's believe that we can chase it down.
See that words, if you are just going for the words, then okay. But if you go for the practical, Pakistan in the last match, we didn't play well with the bat. And everyone is putting some emphasis on Fakhr Zaman. And that. But everyone is saying with a big if. If Fakhr Zaman could do. I mean that everyone who is talking about Fakhr is not sure about the Fakhr's abilities. But I'm quite sure with two batters, that is Babar Azam and Rizwan, and then and the middle order, Salman Ali Agha. He has an ability to do something special like the Gurbaz and Ibrahim Zadran has done. The only key is try to rotate the strike.
But not just that, Asif, it's going to come down to the shot selection. It will come down to the selection of shots that you're playing on this wicket.
This is called your game awareness and maturity that you have learned with your mistake from the previous game, and they have done the mistakes. Now they've done that they have done their homework. And important thing, Jonathan Trott is sitting there in dugout. See their mentality, their homework, and the vision actually the Afghanistan Cricket Board is working on. That for their batters, they brought some classic batter like Jonathan Trott. What about us, Ahmed?
Well, we're just diving all over the place right now. So we're just trying, somebody even took it to social media to tell Shaheen Shah Afridi not to dive because there's a World Cup coming and they feel nervous when Shaheen Shah Afridi is trying to dive and save a boundary. So they said, no, not needed, let it go, we'll think of it afterwards. But the fact is that yet another attack that continues by the Afghanistan cricket team. They've played the ball very, very well. It's up to England now, who will be thinking that maybe that strategy of Bazball is being implemented by Afghanis in a calculated manner because they're defending very well as well. So I think you take those strategies right now. Yes, Asif.
Let's talk about Shadab, that he has bowled 8 overs and conceded 40 runs. What about his wrong one? Either isn't working today or he hasn't bowled. So
I'll be very honest. I saw the couple of start overs from Shadab Khan, and he was bowling in some very, very good areas. Didn't have a slip at the start, then they brought in a slip. But today I saw him sticking more to his leg spin, and then that odd one was coming in. So he's bowled very well. But if I had to compare him and Usama, Usama was getting more turn from this wicket than Shadab Khan.
why? Because he's a wrist spinner. This is the problem, that if you're coming up with the flight, and that's why he got the success. It's
Absolutely.
a very good
That's
delivery.
a very good defense as well at the same time. And Shadab probably signaling he wants a leg slip or probably a 45. But you never know what's going to happen. But enough in this Afghanistan tank still, Kashif, to get them to a very good score, because they've got that power hitting ability down the order.
Yes, of course, and I think there has been a batting a change in the batting order as well. Nabi has come earlier because this was not the position of Nabi. So they are in a special mind. They want to attack, they want to surpass 300, they want to build a target which Pakistan cannot chase, because they want to create a history here. And it is going to be very difficult for Pakistan. But I think if you go back and look at the batting order of Pakistan, the batting ability of Pakistan, you know, Pakistani batting is very, very deep. Except for Haris Rauf, every player can bat and can add value to the batting. So Pakistan has the ability, but it
can
depends
they
on
take a leaf out of Afghanistan's innings? Because the key on this wicket, you won't have that stroke making. You got to spend time on this wicket.
Absolutely. You have to be very careful. You have to play risk-free shots. But the problem is when you have score on the board, like for example 300, then at times you have to take some chances. You have to take some risk. You know, in the last match, some of the ex-cricketers, they talked a lot about Imam-ul Haq, why Imam-ul Haq was not playing fast, why he was not taking the chances. So today, after having a score of around 300, 300 plus, some players have to take that chance, because if the run rate start building up, that create extra pressure on the batters. So somebody has to take the chance, somebody has to take the lead, somebody has to increase the run rate. And again, I would say the only option out the top order is Fakhar Zaman. Then we got Shadab Khan. Iftikhar is also there, so we can utilize Iftikhar. We can change the batting order if it is required. If we get a good start, maybe Iftikhar can come a bit earlier. He can give that impetus to the batting. He can increase the run rate for the other batters to follow. But you know, Pakistani batting has the ability. Stay positive. Pakistanis, we all need to stay positive. Pakistan has the ability. They can do it. They have done in the past, and still they can do it.
Well, I think the interesting factor is now that a lot is relying on Fakhar Zaman, not only for the Pakistan team, but for us, because if he scores, it's on Asif. If he doesn't, it's on Sabir Kalodo. So I think all of the eyes are going to be on Fakhar Zaman. Asif, what would you like to say as a final note as far as this match is concerned?
Well, see that we are positive. See that, but we are commentators, we're analysts. If we are criticizing just not for the sake of criticism, we're criticizing for the betterment. And you can see the pressure on the face of Babar Azam, that he was looking desperate, he was looking under pressure. They just calm down. This is just a bilateral series. Just go for do something new. And if you are coming up with the same approach, same defensive approach, then you can't get good results. And give confidence to your players that, you know, that as you said, that someone was writing over the Twitter or the social media that if Shaheen doesn't go for the dive, because Pakistan team relies so much.
We can't afford any injuries at this moment.
Yeah, that's right. So I think that Kashif bhai, don't look at towards 300. Just look 6 and an over. It's very simple. I'm telling you, to be very honest, just wait for the loose delivery, try to rotate the strike, and you can chase down 300 and 320 as well.
No, I say to my team every time, look for your singles. So go play for 6 singles, and the odd one will give you runs whenever needed. But that being said, it's going to be an interesting encounter. And now we move on to focus on Pakistan's World Cup campaign that begins in India. But they're playing 2 warm-up fixtures. The very first warm-up fixture they play is against New Zealand. That one they play on the 29th of September. And then they will be playing on the 3rd of October, Australia. So it's a good warm-up fixture for Pakistan, Kashif bhai. They're playing New Zealand and Australia, two top quality sides.
Yes. I think Pakistan is very fortunate. Pakistan has a good opportunity. But I think this match is going to this is also a warm-up match for Pakistan. Pakistan is under pressure. So Pakistan need to learn how to, overcome these kind of pressures. New Zealand, Australia, both are very good team, very good, they both are contenders for the World Cup. So Pakistan playing against those teams, I think it is good fortune for Pakistan. But again, I would come back to the same point. Pakistan need to try their options. They need to focus on all the 16 players that are available with them, not only on the 11 players. This is what is lacking in the management of Pakistan. If Pakistan can, utilize the bench strength, I think Pakistani players can do wonders for them.
Yes, Asif, you'd like to add to that.
It reflects your defensive mind setup. That you're just not giving chances to the new players, and you're just coming up with your full strength, even the results are in front of you. I strongly agree with Kashif bhai, yes, if Saud Shakil is there, give him chances, because you're not giving him chances. You won't be trying him in the Asia Cup or the World Cup. This is the best thing in the bilateral series, that you brought some new faces. Yes, thank you very much that you're testing Osama Mir, and we had already got the luxury of Mohammad Nawaz, but even then, I'm quite sure with this playing 11, you could do, some miracles. But one thing is your mindset. That is always you come up with the defensive approach. Just come up with the attacking approach, guys.
Yeah, that mindset needs to prevail. But one thing is for sure, Australia and New Zealand are a quality opposition. Even they will feel that they need to field a strong team against Pakistan, because they might be playing Pakistan in the knockout stage as well. So they realize this, that in the top 4, Pakistan could be there. It's up to Pakistan now what kind of team they field on the 29th against New Zealand. And then, of course, they move on the 3rd of October. They're playing Australia. These are the warm-up fixtures as far as Pakistan is concerned. Now we move on to the Asian Games, where Pakistan Shaheen's contingent has been announced to participate and carry the national flag. Qasim Akram has been named the captain. Other players include Umair bin Yusuf, Amir Jamal, Arfat Minhas, Arshad Iqbal, Asif Ali, Mohammad Akhlaq, Mohammad Hasnain, Mirza Tahir Beg, Khushdil Shah, Haider Ali, and then of course Ruhail Nazir, Shahnawaz Hani, Sufyan Mukim, and Usman Qadir as well. So this is a very balanced squad. How would you see it, Kashif bhai?
It is a balanced squad, and especially Qasim Akram is leading the side. I think my point will be that all these players, they are the future of Pakistan, and especially Umair bin Yusuf. He has been playing brilliantly in the last matches as well, and in the domestic circuit as well. So I think it is a very balanced team. Pakistan should win this Asia Cup, and Pakistan should shine. They should star.
Yes, Asif, Qasim Akram back to captaincy once again.
But my eyes, and I'm eyeing on one player, and that is Asif Ali. Why you guys are forgetting him? And the other one is Khushdil Shah. You're giving him chances again. Good thing is that, and good luck. Qasim Akram, already got some experience in the under 19. He remained captain there, and then the Central Punjab, because when the senior players were not there, Qasim Akram was leading his side. So it's a very good balanced side, but 2 players, they shouldn't be there, and that is Asif Ali and Khushdil.
There was something mentioned on social media as well, that the players that have been selected for this Shaheen squad to represent in the Asian Games are players who are not in consideration for the World Cup.
No, that's fine, but even then you have some more players. Give them chances. Again and again, tried and tested players like Khushdil Shah and Asif Ali, just because they got a very good, strong relationship in the team, it doesn't look good. I always give my opinion against this kind of approach, that you're not giving chances to the youngsters. Asif Ali is no more in the World Cup. Asif Ali is no more in the Asia Cup. Khushdil Shah is not there, in not the plans. Then why they're in the squad?
Absolutely. This is
Maybe
a big question.
they want to have a mix between the senior and the junior players, because Asif Ali, Khushdil Shah, they are playing all the leagues around the world. So I think that experience will be, they are bringing in the team. And maybe because they wanted to have a mix of both junior and senior.
Absolutely. That might be the case, but that being said, Asif, thank you very much for joining us. Kashif bhai, thank you very much to you as well. One thing is sure, that this Shaheen squad has got the ability to win Pakistan a gold medal in the Asian Games, and we're going to hope for that. That wraps it up from me and the entire team. It's goodbye for now.